Welcome to a presentation on border area development between the Malaysian state of Sarawak and the Indonesian province of West Kalimantan on the tourism sector.
This video is about how to increase tourism in the Malaysian state of Sarawak and the neighboring Indonesian province of West Kalimantan based on complementarities between their sites. Sarawak's foreign visitors from distant locations like Europe, North America, and Northeast Asia average only 10% of that of the smaller state of Sabah. Similarly, West Kalimantan receives less than 800 visitors a year from Europe and the Americas, even though tourism has been designated as a key strategic sector by the government. Both West Kalimantan and Sarawak face stiff challenges to accelerate foreign tourism arrivals with the relatively low budget allocations that their tourism offices receive. As one official points out, travel budgets for to tourism fairs abroad have been slashed, as have been advertising allocations. Without those resources, promotion in distant markets is next to impossible. We offer a viable solution to these challenges in the form of multi-destination tourism, and in particular, cross-border tourism between Sarawak and West Kalimantan. This approach has proven success in the Greater Mekong sub-region, where multi-destination tourism to Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos, and Myanmar is now the norm. The application of this approach to Sarawak and West Kalimantan is a natural extension of the complementary tourism sites that exist in each territory. Much of Sarawak's tourism centers in the state's national parks. There are 5 major parks in the lower half of the state. Batang National Park is located in Lubuk Hantu, some 250 kilometers east of Kuching. The park covers an area of 24 square kilometers. The park has become increasingly popular with locals and tourists despite the lack of facilities. Access is possible by chartering a boat, as water is the main method of transportation in the area. The lush forests are home to the orangutan, gibbons, and hornbills. The local inhabitants are mostly Iban, and local communities are actively involved in the park's management. Kubah National Park has massive sandstone ridges with 3 mountain peaks that are visible from the Kuching waterfront. Situated only 22 kilometers from Kuching, Kubah is one of the most accessible of Sarawak's national parks. Almost 100 different palm species can be found in the area, making Kubah probably the richest palm habitat for its size anywhere in the world. It also has a rich selection of orchids and ferns, and there are crystal clear jungle streams, waterfalls, and bathing areas. Tanjung Datu National Park is in the southwestern tip of Sarawak on the Datu Peninsula. This national park is relatively inaccessible, but its remoteness is one of its main attractions. The beaches are undisturbed, the coral offshore untouched, and the forest trails are virtually untrodden. Notable among the hundreds of bird species are at least 3 types of hornbill, as well as peacocks. Gading National Park has the world's largest flowers, the Rafflesia, which can grow up to 1 meter in diameter. When in bloom, the flower gives off an unpleasant smell which attracts flies and other insects. The rugged mountain peaks that make up the park provide a scenic backdrop to the town of Lundu, nearby beaches, and the challenging jungle treks. Kuching Wetlands National Park is located 30 kilometers from Kuching, and it covers an area of 66 square kilometers. The park is composed of coastal, marine, and freshwater ecosystems. The predominantly saline and mangrove system includes an extensive network of marine waterways and tidal creeks formed by the interconnecting rivers that bound the park. Borneo Highlands Resort is a nature-based retreat on a mountain plateau of the Purinsan Range, which borders West Kalimantan. It's located less than 2 hours southwest of Kuching and there are airport transfers and other arrangements that can be made from Kuching. The resort offers flower gardens, a horticultural nursery, organic farming, and an impressive view of West Kalimantan from the resort's lookout point. Among the activities at the resort are mountain biking, rainforest walks, jungle trekking, mountain climbing, night walks, organic farming, waterfall visits, longhouse visits, and especially important is bird watching. By land, there are three possible routes between Sarawak and West Kalimantan. The first is through the main crossing point of Entikong on the Indonesian side and Tebedu on the Malaysian side. There is a new customs facility on the Entikong side, and road transport infrastructure is being upgraded on both sides. The second route is in the east at Nangga Badau Customs Facility on the West Kalimantan side and Lubok Antu on the Sarawak side. Nangga Badau's customs facility is brand new, and in Sarawak there is the nearby Batang National Park, which shares a border with West Kalimantan's National Park. The third route is in the west at Aruk Crossing in West Kalimantan and Landu in Sarawak. Aruk's customs facility was built a couple years ago, and there is good transportation on both sides of the border. By air, there are several direct routes a day between Kuching and Pontianak offered by Garuda Indonesia and Malaysian Airlines, as well as a daily flight by Air Asia. West Kalimantan's tourism sector focuses on nature and culture-based tourism. There are three national parks in the province. Danau Sentarum National Park protects one of the world's most biodiverse lake systems, located in the Kapuas Hulu Regency. It's in the upper Kapuas River tectonic basin, some 700 kilometers upstream from the delta. The basin is in a vast floodplain consisting of about 20 seasonal lakes, freshwater swamp forest, and peat swamp forest. There is a rich fish fauna with around 240 species and nearly the same number of bird species. Of the 143 mammal species in the park, 23 are endemic to Borneo, including the proboscis monkey. There's a relatively large population of endangered orangutan present in the park also. The lake supports a large traditional fishing industry, and about 3,000 people live in about 20 village enclaves within the park. Betung Kerihun National Park covers 8,000 square kilometers in Kapuas Hulu Regency along the Sarawak border. A World Heritage Site will be named the Transborder Rainforest Heritage of Borneo, in combination with 2,000 square kilometers of the Lanjak and Timau Wildlife Sanctuary in Sarawak. The park largely consists of two ecoregions, 2/3 of which is mountain rainforest, and the remaining 1/3 of which is lowland rainforest. There are 97 species of orchid and 47 species of palm. There are also 300 species of birds, 25 of which are endemic to Borneo, 62 fish species, and 54 mammals. The park is home to the endangered Bornean orangutan and 7 other primate species. Several Dayak tribes live in the park. 12 villages surround the park, 2 of which are located inside the park, and 6 are adjacent to the park boundary. The village people live from hunting, collecting non-timber forest products, and subsistence farming based on patterns of shifting cultivation. Gunung Palung National Park is in the west-central regencies of Ketapang in Kayong Utara. The 900 square kilometer park is notable for its diversity of habitat types, ranging from mangrove and freshwater swamp forest to lowland alluvial forest and mountain forests. It has a diversity of wildlife that includes orangutans, proboscis monkey, and hornbills. The Sarawak and West Kalimantan governments have designated cross-border tourism as one of the most promising growth areas for their economies, but the tourism industry is highly competitive, and Sarawak and West Kalimantan therefore need innovative marketing strategies to achieve their aspirations for the tourism industry. Development of cross-border tourism between Sarawak and West Kalimantan would require collaboration in packaging nature, cultural, and community-based tourism products and technical expertise. Such a project would support the operation of champion individuals or institutions to promote the clustering of activities on both sides of the border. It would require a strong commitment on the part of both Sarawak and West Kalimantan governments to coordinate marketing, product development, investment strategies while continuing to develop their own unique attractions. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel to keep up to date with industry-specific projects on cross-border value chains. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like below.